Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday in the Word, and I would like to read in Joshua. I just found this section. It's a very short one, but I just found this section in Joshua to be very fascinating and very encouraging for us. I'm going to start here in Joshua 14, partway down. So they are, Moses is dividing the territories out for the children of Israel. But there's a lot of land that has not been conquered yet. And it says here, the Israelites did just as the Lord had commanded Moses, and they divided the land. Then the tribe of the sons of Judah approached Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, "You know the word which the Lord has said to Moses, the man of God, concerning me and you in Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, a servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to scout the land of Canaan, and brought a report back to him as it was in my heart. My brothers, fellow spies who went up with me, made the heart of the people melt with fear, but I followed the Lord my God completely. So Moses swore an oath to me on that day, saying, 'Be assured that the land which your foot has walked will be an inheritance to you and to your children, always, because you have followed the Lord my God completely.' Now look, the Lord has let me live, just as he said, these 45 years since the Lord spoke this word to Moses, when Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now look at me. I am 85 years old today. I'm still strong today as I was the day Moses sent me. As my strength was then, so is my strength now, for war and for going out and coming in. So now give me the hill country about which the Lord spoke that day. For you heard on that day that the giant-like Amalekite Anakim were there with great fortified cities. Perhaps the Lord will be with me, and I shall drive them out just as the Lord said." So Joshua blessed him and gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, as an inheritance. Therefore, Hebron became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, to this day, because he followed the Lord, the God of Israel, completely. The name of Hebron was formerly Kiriath Arba, for Arba was the greatest man among the giant-like Anakim. Then the land had rest from war. So, what I wanted to comment, oh Lord, as you can tell, it's quite early in the morning. But what I wanted to, do you see the sun? I got some sunshine. Yes. But what I wanted to comment about that was, so the children of Israel, that was the promised land that they were promised as an inheritance. But now, for those 40 years, they wandered in the wilderness, and all those people who had feared God, did not obey God, had died off, right? Now it was the next generation. So they were dividing the territories. And Caleb comes to Moses saying, "Hey, this is the land God promised us. And I'm now 85 years old. And God, all the things that God said were going to happen, happened." So God said that he promised him that he would not, that he would go into the land, that he would live in the land because he followed God and trusted God. And then it says here, and he still had strength at 85 to go to war, right? So we see that it doesn't mean, anyway, we see a lot of things there. God is so faithful. God kept him as strong. And so he said, "Let me go up and fight him." And he said, "Perhaps I can," so he said, "So now give me the hill country, which the Lord spoke that day, for you heard on that day that the giants were there with great fortified city. Perhaps the Lord will be with me, and I shall drive them out just as the Lord said." Do you know, you have to go when God says to go. You have to when God told the children of Israel to go in and claim the land, take the land, there was favor and they could have taken the land. Then they disobeyed God, right? They walked in fear and they didn't. And then they tried to go on their own, right? And then they failed miserably because you can't do that. And then it's 85, now 40 years later, Caleb is given this land and can go in there just as if he was 40 years old and claim the land. And I just want us to recognize that we have to trust God in every area of our lives, don't we? That we have to, that we put our trust in him and that we can see him working. Even if everybody around us, because I'm sure Caleb was feeling very sad. What it says, it did say he was very sad that the people, I think it's in Numbers, it talks about that he was very sad that the people of Israel did not trust God. So even when everyone else around you affects you, because he couldn't go into the land right then. And he was, and he had to wait to see all those people die. Basically, they all died before he, and so I just want to encourage us that even if everybody around us is not trusting God and walking with God and doing the right things, that we trust in God. When we know God has said to do something or to go somewhere, let us be a people who follow God, who do what he says, who does what he says, and we're going to see the goodness of God in the land of the living, right? We're going to see God working in great and amazing ways. So I just want to encourage you in that, and I hope that you're having a great week. This is a really short one, but anyway, so dig into God's word, get to know God, know his word. It's really important, and it'll transform your life. I just want to also say this. It doesn't mean when I say that it will transform your life. It doesn't mean that everything's going to go, all smooth and be perfect. But it does mean that, that you can get through anything. It does mean that when we trust in God, when we love him, we know his word, we can really walk through anything, that no matter what comes our way. So I just want to encourage you all. Hope you're having a great week. Selena and we are having a fantastic, this is still her term. This is like the end of her first term at school. And so we are just enjoying this whole month of December. And I am getting my video for my decorating video is coming up. I think I'm gonna have to do it in 2 parts because it's a little bit long. But yes, having fun, getting ready for Christmas. And so today, we're gonna go pick up a few things for Christmas. And so hope you're having a great weekend. Love you all, and I'll see you the next one. Bye.